try this one again. Welcome back to the Norwegian Woods once again. I'm your host, Ulf Håknes Gray from whitewolfalchemy.com and ulfhåknesgray.com. Yes, a new website, new things brewing. A level up, and I worked hard for it, and it feels good. Feels good tuning in with my body, and gratitude is what occupies most of it. Now, I had to make this one again because my kid came into the camera, and I have a strict policy about not showing my kids in the public arena until they wish to be part of our public presence themselves. So I've talked a little bit with my 5-year-old about it, you know. He has expressed that he doesn't want to, and that's okay. And maybe you'd want one of these. He watches a show called Kid Crew and Hudson's Playground. These kids that have all these toys, you know, and they get to try out all these different toys and promote toys and get free toys and free stuff. And you know, he said, maybe I want to do that one day. And I said, yeah, you know, you can easily do that. You're charming, you're lovable, you know, you got the it factor. For sure you could do what these kids do, but not right now, Dad. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And I've also been very aware of posting pictures and things on public platforms because there are predators in our world. And, you know, I've had stalkers and weirdos in the past, and an infinite block list of such. With people saying, you know, I remind them of somebody from a past life, and, you know, their guides told them, you know, that we're meant to be, and all kinds of things. And I'm like, okay, well, block. So I've dealt with a lot of this stuff over the years, putting myself out there. You can kind of expect that kind of thing to happen at one point or another. So that's my reason for making this video again. Yeah. You know, so I've been studying the Gestalt method for 2 years now. My finals are coming up, and I'm going to be sharing this method and all the wonderful wisdom that has arrived in my life thanks to these studies. Not just the method and the studies themselves, but also, you know, my experiences and my awareness from it. You know, what has come to be, and which goes far beyond the studies and the method and the modality. You know, it's life transformative. So in my spiritual evolution, you know, and in my life I have suffered greatly, and many times I came to a place, you know, where either the medication was no longer working, the drugs were no longer working, the alcohol, the people, the sex, the stimulants, the TV, the social media when that appeared, you know, the video games, anything that could distract me from myself long enough for me not to feel. When any of those things no longer worked, you know, I had to come to a place where I acknowledged that I was in a personal hell. I was in a private hell that I could not escape. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't even kill myself. I woke up in the hospital and, you know, fit as a fiddle, ready to keep playing the game. I got a new guy, you know. So, yeah, I realized that there was no escape. There was no escaping the pain. There was no escaping myself. No matter where I went, there I was. So I had to learn to accept myself, accept what I had done, accept who I was, the pain I was in, the torment of my mind, the torment of my emotions and my feelings, the torment of being, the challenge of existence. Now I understand, you know, why I had to make this video again. This one is better, you know, the second try. So yeah, I had to accept the challenge of existence, my existence. But before I could accept it, I had to acknowledge just how bad it was. I had to acknowledge just how bad I had made it. And that no matter how hard I tried, you know, I could not escape it. So I just remember that moment when I accepted it. This was years and years and years ago. That moment when I accepted it, I was like, okay, I can't even die. All right, I'm gonna have to live through this. I'm gonna have to live this life that I have created for myself with all the challenges and the hole that I had dug, that I was in. All right, I'm gonna have to be in this hole, and I was. You know, I threw away all the medications that I had gotten from the rehabilitation center and from the mental health ward. Threw all those away. Started walking my dog and eating my vegetables, and my traditional Norwegian household foods. Not food-like products, but real foods, you know, sauerkraut for the gut biome, tit berries for the immune system, broths and gravies and vegetables, minerals, trace minerals, culinary herbs, curly parsley, salt, pepper, you know, and the meats and the cheeses and all that stuff, you know. And little by little, I started getting better. But I could have done all of that had it not been for the acknowledgement and the acceptance of my fate, of my challenge of existence. I would not have experienced a profound change in experience. I would not have experienced a shift in my consciousness and my perception of reality and my life. So I'm seeing that now when I'm helping people with this new awareness and new modality that I have been bestowed. You know, that it is the here and now. It is this very moment. And people are seeking, or they're stuck living in the past, or they're seeking the future, seeking a miracle, you know, seeking some kind of wonder drug, the medicine, plant medicines, the new next big thing. When it's all really simple. The medicine is the here and now. The medicine is this moment. And you don't need anybody, anything. Maybe you need some support, somebody to walk with you through it, somebody to hold space. But for the most part, all you need is your breath. All you need is your breath to clear out the energies, to create equilibrium. And a fur buddy. A little fur buddy. That's always good to have. Yeah. You know? It's my Merlin. All you need is the here and now. And your breath. And your awareness of this moment. That's all you need to heal. Right? Feel it to heal it. It is that simple, truly. For some things. Some things might be stuck in the fascia or in your energy, and you might need some assistance and some work, body work, you know, but for the most part, it just starts right here in this moment. And your ability to be aware and present with yourself and not distract yourself with social media, with video games, with TV, with people, friends, sex, drugs, alcohol, all of these things, distractors. So, in our awareness, we measure it with the 3 zones. 3 zones of awareness in Gestalt. And it's the outer zone, which is what you can see, hear, feel on your skin. You know, touch, taste, smell. So, I have a little cat buddy here. He doesn't want to leave. Alright, stay with me. And then we have the middle zone, and the thoughts, the thinking, you know, and our awareness of them. And the inner zone of awareness, which is our awareness of the energies, the sensations, the phenomena, the endocrine system, the hormones percolating, bubbling, the neurons firing, you know, maybe some kind of nervous reaction to something, you know, these kinds of things in the body. Right now, I feel my cat bracing up against my back, wanting to play. I see blades of grass, you know, flowing, blowing in the wind. I hear the birds. I can actually taste the water I just had. smell spring. You know, winter has left us. I take a deep breath. I land more into this moment. See the clouds flowing by. I can hear the wind gracing the trees. A louder bird. Bumblebee buzzing by. You know, unless I'm mentioning my surroundings, my awareness of my immediate surroundings, my voice, I notice my voice changing. And I notice I get thoughts about my voice changing. So I stop observing my outer zone. I begin to be aware of my thoughts and my thinking. Take another deep breath because I'm feeling some excitement, you know, in my stomach. Could easily be anxiety if I attached fear to it. You know, some belief systems, some kind of danger or, you know, worries about the future. And then I take my thinking and I attach my feelings and emotions to them and thwarting my perception of it. But if I let everything go and I'm just there, I know it's excitement, even though anxiety and excitement are brothers and often misunderstood for the other. Feel the sun on my face, some tuning more into my body. Feel the wind on my face. I notice I'm a little bit hungry. It's time for dinner before I have more work. Yep. My stomach just growled a little. I notice my butt against the ground. My feet getting heavy. The wind picking up. And I notice I need to stretch my legs to get circulation again. And my cat is still grazing up against my back. And as I'm describing the sensations in the 3 zones of awareness and this moment, I'm diving deeper into it. I'm being more present in this moment. And I'm being with what is. I'm being with myself. I'm being with my sensations. Even though I'm also being with you. And happy to share this moment with you too, Kosho. And Merlin. And just being in the here and now. Not trying to make it something else. Not thinking about the future. Not thinking about the past. What I've done, what I could have done differently today. What I could have done differently in this or that moment. I did what I did, and that's what happened. I am what I am in this moment, and this is what is happening. And whatever comes next, come what may, you know, I'll be there, I'll be present, I'll be aware, do my best to be lucid. I might slip into unconsciousness, you know, by a trigger, or by danger, or stress, or lack of sleep, whatever it might be. And it happens to all of us. But how will I deal with it? How will I be with it? Who will I choose to become? Will I become one who responds or one who reacts? Always exciting. But in this here and now, I've brought my awareness to this moment. And a little ladybug, my first ladybug of the season. Feels good to breathe. Not too much stress today. It's not choppy. You know, I'm not triggered or having to clear something. The breath went nice and smooth in and out. Letting thoughts pass, come and go. I'm not the one who's doing the thinking. I'm just observing them. The wind picking up. A bumblebee. Just being here in this moment. My kid going crazy inside the house, not listening. He's 5. They're not supposed to listen. I feel myself being pulled in that direction to help navigate the moment. So I have an impulse to do something. And then I'll make a choice, a conscious choice on the impulse not to do it. So I'm becoming one who responds. I'm becoming one who stays with the moment. As in the previous video, I was one who reacted because I thought my kid was on camera. So I turned it off and I started again, and it became an even better video. So there's never really any wrong. There's no mistake. It was a mistake, right? So this video turned out exactly how it was supposed to be. And I needed to trust that. I needed to let the wind calm down because it was too windy there for a moment to make a video. My battery is going out. I'm wrapping this up. But yeah, being in this moment, being present with what's going on in you, with you, without distracting yourself, without medicating it, without drugging it, drinking it, smoking it, you know, having sex, or whatever the addiction template expresses itself as. And just be with what is. And there's your healing. There's the profound change in the acknowledgement of what is. And maybe you'll come to acceptance. Maybe you won't. And that's okay too. There's no rush. But acknowledge how it is right now. In your solar plexus, in your mind. Put words to it. Maybe write it down, maybe write it, maybe draw it. You know, if I was to draw these sensations right now, what color would it be? What shapes? What texture? How can I draw these sensations? It's okay. Our healing is often postponed by our unwillingness to be with what is, by wanting to skip the suffering stage. And existence is suffering at times. Sometimes we're in pain, sometimes we're hurting, we're grieving, you know, and we need to really, really be with it. Honor that process, like the indigenous, you know, they have cultivated space and presence for these things. But we want to diagnose and medicate it away. God forbid somebody expresses something true and authentic and painful. Do we have the capacity to hold space for that, listen to it, be with it? Do we have capacity and space to be with our own? So, be with yourself. This is the stage where we usually excavate the gold, you know, the wisdom, the beauty. The pain is the door. The pain is the door. Be with it until pain's no more. And be with the breath. Thank you for watching and being here with me. And I hope you make space for yourself. Don't distract yourself from yourself today. Make room for you. And when you've had enough of you, then do something else. But make it an agenda, a daily healing agenda for you to be with you. However you need that to be. In stillness, in the feeling, in the moment, in the breathing. And just allow, acknowledge, and maybe you'll come to accept and experience a fundamental change, a shift in your reality. So many people come to mind that have supported me, and one of the ones that have supported me the most throughout these years, from the very beginning, has been with me in this video. And Master Kosho, Thank you for being a pillar in my life and a brother of hearts, and diving deep into this moment with a free diver monk such as yourself. And here comes a yellow butterfly. Let's see, Merlin guarding the perimeters. So much love to you and your family. So much love to you and your soul mission, Master Kosho. And I hope you come dive in these valleys one day. It's quite a deep freshwater lake. And yeah. Always, my friend. So funny, because you know that green flat crystal that you sent me with the Sirius package. It was full of crystals associated with dolphins and whales and the earth for a healing and healing grid back in 2012, freaking ages ago. But I still have that, and I have Palo Santo burning on it, resting in it, in the midst of my new sprouts, everything that's sprouting for this year, tomatoes and zucchinis and cucumbers. And I was thinking of you as well, and sending gratitude, and today, here you are. It's quantum entanglement. Blessed, blessed, blessed be. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.